Have you ever seen the bumper sticker that says, "The earth does not belong to us, we belong to the earth"? Or maybe you've seen the one that says, "Save the planet, kill yourself." These things are an expression of what we might call liberal environmentalism. And the basic idea behind liberal environmentalism is that mankind is bad for the planet. Now, this way of thinking about the natural world is countered by what we might think of as a kind of conservative environmentalism, although it's not usually called environmentalism, where it's not so much that we belong to the earth, but rather that the earth belongs to us. How does that look to the Orthodox Christian faith? Do we have anything to say about environmentalism? Do we have to pick either liberal environmentalism or conservative stewardship environmentalism? Well, I think we don't have to pick between those two. And in fact, we actually have a different vision in the Orthodox Church of what man's relationship to the natural world should be. I would say that both we and the earth belong to God. We are both creations of God, and everything is ultimately referred back to God. Man's purpose is to offer the creation back to God for God's blessing, and then God blesses it and then returns it to man, and that blesses man in turn. This is the basic narrative and dynamic of sacrifice on altars, the basic narrative and dynamic of all prayer, of liturgical action, and so forth. And so rather than being an alien on the earth, which is sort of the liberal environmental vision for mankind on the earth, or being the owner of the earth, which is a more kind of conservative approach to environmentalism, man is rather the priest of this earth. His job is to offer the natural world back up to God for that blessing. And so if man is the priest, then what does that make the earth? The earth is actually a temple, a church, a cathedral, a cosmic cathedral. And our purpose in this cosmic cathedral is to worship God and to use the natural world as part of that worship. And this approach to the natural world, this kind of reverence, because we see God as being present in all things. He is not identical with the world, but he is present in the world. The sense that God is present in all things, and so therefore we approach the world with a natural reverence. This idea, this sense, is something that a lot of the saints of the Orthodox Church have had throughout time, such as Saint Seraphim of Sarov and other saints who spent a lot of time outdoors and had a real connection with the natural world, seeing it as being part of God's creation, just as they are part of God's creation, and that we don't belong to the earth does not belong to us, but we and the earth are the Lord's.